Hello, I'm Mr. Miller. I'm going to be your pre-calculus honors teacher this year. Every morning or afternoon when you come to my class, I'll be waiting at my door and I'll ask you a little math question. If you don't know the answer, that's okay. It's usually over here on the whiteboard. For instance, what's 1 divided by 0? Answer's undefined. As you enter, I'll give you a piece of paper. That's called a do now. We're going to do that to start the class. Today, your do now is going to be some classroom procedures and a student information sheet. And that's what we'll start with today. Let's go on inside. Now, as you enter my classroom, you'll notice over here to the right is the fire extinguisher. That's kind of nice to know. Then as you pan along the room, you'll see that I don't have student desks. I have tables. These are what we call learning communities, not social groups, learning groups. 6 long skinny tables, and the 7th table is this big, huge picnic table. I'll tell you what table to sit at, but then it's your choice to pick your seat, your chair. But I choose the table, you choose the chair. Now, the paper I gave you as you walked in was this classroom procedures worksheet. And I bet you every teacher you have on your first and second day of school is going to give you something like this. Goes over classroom procedures, goes over how to conduct yourself in the class, no passing notes. Then this is a school-wide behavior plan. This should be posted in every classroom at Olympic Heights. Part A, it says expectations, follow all classroom rules and expectations, stay focused on task, be an active participant in class, be courteous and respectful to your classmates and teachers, refrain from consuming food or beverage. I don't mind if you have water or a clean snack. Some kids, they're supposed to have food. They might have low blood sugar or hypoglycemia. But if you have a nice clean snack, go ahead. That's okay. But don't come in with big turkey casserole or anything like that. And then this is our response to if you violate any of these. Verbal reprimand, a warning, parent contact, teacher detention, and then finally, a referral. This is our class supplies list. Now, you really don't need much for my class. I try to provide everything. You might want to go out and purchase this Casio. It's a really good calculator. It's anywhere from $13 to $16. Now, this is the Casio. This is actually the same calculator. Notice one's silver with the blue trim, and the other one's all white with some green buttons. But they're both the Casio FX115ES. They're both that same thing. FX115ES Plus, ES Plus. And they're really good units. I actually got this one over here, this white one, at Walmart for $11. For some reason, they had a super sale on it. And this one I got at a different Walmart a couple days ago for $15.66. So I saved some money on this one. But usually they run anywhere from $13 to $15. Very helpful calculator. You're going to use this calculator in my class. You're going to use this calculator in calculus. You're going to use this calculator on the SAT and ACT. You're allowed to use this calculator in college algebra. Very useful unit.
We, as a math department, ask that you bring in 1 ream of copy paper. However, you get 5 community service hours for each ream donated. So if you bring in 4 reams of paper, that's 20 community service hours. So you might want to take advantage of that. This is at your student parent acknowledgement that you understand the rules that I just went over with you. The student is supposed to sign that, put your name there, your grade, your period, date it. You're supposed to take a picture of this and send it to your parents so that they know what our expectations are. Now I want you to fill out all this information on your parents and yourself, who your teacher was last year, so take a few minutes to fill that out. This is permission to view rated material. We'll be watching some YouTube videos in class. I like John Oliver. There's some other YouTubers, and they occasionally use profanity. They usually have it bleeped out, but some people find that offensive as well. But if you don't want to watch it, I'll ask you to go to another room, and I'll just fill you in on the information. Also, I recommend, if you're an engineer, to watch certain videos. And again, some of those YouTubers might use some inappropriate language. We don't use that in my classroom, but some of the stuff is really chock full of information. And if your parent overhears you watching a video and you say, Mr. Miller asked me to watch this video, I'm asking you to watch it due to the mathematical or college content of that video. This is going to be the syllabus. So that's the math office number. That's Miss Moody's number. And there's my cell number, 561-350-8332. That's my email. And I have my own YouTube channel, MILLEJ38. The grading tests are worth 30%, and you get a test every other week. I curved the test. The 109 out of 100, the floor is 50. The lowest I'll give you on a test is 50%. Quizzes, they're every other week also. So if you're not having the test that week, you have a quiz. And that's out of 10 points, but that's curved, 12 out of 10. So you can get 120% on the quiz. The floor on that, the lowest I'll give you on the quiz, is a 6. Journal is worth 20% of your grade. If you don't hand in the journal, you will not get an A in the class. There is no floor on that. I do put a 0 in for that. Classwork and participation, you're expected to participate daily. Course materials. You don't want a binder or folder just for math. You don't have to have pencils. If you don't have one, I'll provide dry erase markers for the test days. I don't know if you've noticed that my classroom desks, tables are dry erase boards. So you're allowed to write notes down on the test day. The calculator is recommended. You're not required to buy it. I have a classroom set. Access to a computer or smartphone will be helpful during this class. I send you a review through YouTube to your phone. Our textbook, which I use it. I use the textbook, but you're not required to carry this textbook around with you. It's called Precalculus, enhanced with graphing utilities, 6th edition. I mostly just take material from here and handwrite it on a worksheet and hand it out to you in that format. If you want one of these, you'll have to sign it out, and then you're responsible to bring it back. I believe it's worth $185.
Our curriculum is designed to raise your ACT, SAT, PERT, or ASVAB score for that matter, and springboard you into college algebra, methods of calculus, survey of calculus, business calculus, or calculus 1. It is highly recommended that you dual enroll during this school year. There's a quiz or a test every week. They alternate. A curve or bonus is offered on every quiz and test, but only if you take it on the assigned day. If you're absent that day, health issue, corona, whatever, somebody passed away, I'm sorry to hear that, but in order to get the bonus, in order to get the curve, you've got to take the test the day it's assigned. If you're absent, you do not get the curve. All students are required to take the midterm. Final. Seniors are exempt from the final if they meet their requirements. Extra help, there's a video available for every test and quiz. I'm also available after school from 2:50 to 3:30. Cell phones will be confiscated if they're being used inappropriately. We do use cell phones in this class. Not quite often, but once in a while we'll be using the cell phone. There's some good apps for you to have downloaded on your cell phone for math. Things that I do as a teacher, I give a review for tests and quizzes. I complete the review again on YouTube and send it to your phone via Google Classroom. I grade tests immediately. You'll know your score the next class. I allow tests to be retaken if you bomb it, but only up to an 81%. I'll give you and your parents my cell number, 561-350-8332. Now, the reason I do this is because this is an academy of ideas. We tend to debate, argue. If you take something that I say the wrong way, by all means, tell your parent to call me and complain. Everything I say isn't just between me and you. It's between me, you, and your parents. I hope I make that understood. Please contact me if you feel like I've offended you in any way. I work for you and your parents. The administrator is just here to make sure I do my curriculum and stuff like that. They technically are not my boss. The student and the parents are my boss. But we are here to, as I say, raise our consciousness and debate and argue about certain topics. So there's my cell phone if anyone has any problems with what's going on in the classroom. Thank you. I give a PERT in class during the school day, during class time. A PERT is a post-educational readiness test. It's sort of like an entrance exam into college. And you can take it before you go to college. I recommend that you take it while I'm teaching you this stuff. I would like you to have a high PERT score. I help dual enrollment students from 250 to 330 every day after school. SAT and ACT prep is offered the Friday prior to the ACT or SAT test. Usually the test is on a Saturday. So in my classroom from 3:30 to 5:30, I'm going to be doing an SAT or ACT prep. Nobody wants to be here Friday the next 2 hours doing math, but we do show up to hustle. And this is the new bell schedule. As far as dress code's concerned, try to always be in compliance with the dress code. Also, always have your badge on you and visible. Not invisible, visible. We need to see your badge when you're out on campus for safety reasons. So on Wednesdays, we wear pink. I'm sure everybody has a friend or a family member or knows someone that's had to struggle or fight with cancer. I personally have 2 family members, an uncle and an aunt that have fought that battle. So on Wednesdays, we wear pink. And every Friday here at Olympic Heights, the math department celebrates Tropical Friday. So on Friday, a lot of the math department people, they'll be wearing this tropical or Hawaiian shirt, whatever you want to call it. However, the administration has been trying to step on our toes and call it Tropical Wednesday. So you got to figure out whose side you're on. Math department, who's been doing Tropical Friday for years. Now all of a sudden, administration is trying to throw in Tropical Wednesday. I'm sorry, but on Wednesdays we wear pink, and on Friday, it's Tropical Friday. So if you want to participate, you don't have to. It's just something to lighten the mood on every Friday. Hope you have a good year this year. We'll do our best to get through this class together.